Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
I'm gonna crash out, because sometimes a fan base collectively feels the floor give way beneath its feet, and this is one of those moments. Less than 24 hours after the Toronto Blue Jays watched Kyle Tucker slip through their fingers, the last fragile thread of hope snapped clean in half. Bo Bichette, the pivot, the contingency, the dream that softened the blow, is gone. Not just gone, but wearing New York colors, joining the very team Toronto had been battling all week. The Mets didn't just beat the Blue Jays to a player, they stole the oxygen from the room. And suddenly, Jays fans are left staring at the walls, wondering how everything collapsed so quickly. Because this wasn't meant to happen like this. The mood yesterday morning was cautious but optimistic. There was still a sense that if you missed on Tucker, you could regroup, adjust, and still come away with a transformational bat. Bo Bichette felt like that safety net, stretched tightly, but ready to catch the fall. Instead, it tore, and the last 12 to 24 hours have felt less like a front office misstep and more like a slow-motion car crash you can't look away from. The details only make it sting harder. 3 years, $126 million, no deferrals, opt-outs after year 1 and year 2, over $42 million per season, a contract so loud it echoes across the league. This wasn't a long, careful commitment. This was a statement born out of desperation and timing, a check written with the ink of panic after Kyle Tucker chose another path. And if you're enjoying this breakdown, or even sharing the pain with me, make sure you like, subscribe, and support the Blue Jays Report, because we're all riding this emotional roller coaster together. The cruel irony is that this deal almost guarantees we'll be having this same conversation again. If Bichette plays well, he's opting out. If he thrives, he's back on the market next winter, smiling politely while teams line up once more. There's a world where Toronto is watching him leave only to start planning how to bring him back 12 months from now, like a bad dream on repeat. The money itself isn't even the most shocking part. It's the flexibility. The Mets didn't buy certainty. They bought leverage, and they were willing to pay absurdly for it. And then comes the twist that makes you blink twice. Bo Bichette is expected to play third base for the New York Mets. Third base, the hot corner, the position that demands reflexes like lightning and an arm that doesn't ask questions. Bichette, whose defense at shortstop has always been debated, now being asked to reinvent himself on the fly. The Mets aren't pretending this is about elegance. They've looked defense in the eye and said they don't care. They want bats. They want names. They want noise. There's a personal edge to it, too. He'll be alongside familiar faces, friendships that trace back to his time in Toronto. Comfort matters. Environment matters. And quietly, reports had already begun to whisper about Bichette's concerns with turf, with wear and tear, with longevity. Maybe this was never just about money. Maybe this was about control, health, and choosing a softer landing for his body and his future. The real gut punch is how fast everything flipped. Just hours ago, respected insiders were adamant the Phillies were the destination. Pen to paper, done deal. And then Kyle Tucker signed elsewhere, and suddenly Steve Cohen's wallet opened like a trap door. The Mets pivoted with ruthless efficiency, redirecting funds, rewriting priorities, and walking away with the prize Toronto hoped would save its winter. Now the Blue Jays stand at a crossroads, staring down a market that feels suddenly barren. Cody Bellinger looms as the next obvious pivot, a left-handed bat with pedigree, defense, and question marks attached. Not Tucker, not Bichette, but something. And in this moment, something might have to be enough. Whether that's Bellinger, a trade, or a move no one sees coming, the front office doesn't have the luxury of sulking. This has been a nightmare stretch, no other word fits. But baseball has a cruel habit of punishing despair and rewarding audacity. The story isn't finished, even if this chapter hurts like hell. Stick with the Blue Jays Report, share your thoughts, hit like and subscribe, because if there's one thing this saga has proven, it's that with the Blue Jays, calm never lasts, and the next twist is always closer than you think.